I'm going to 4546B. Now I'll be able to improve the mechanical avian amphibian under real-world stress conditions. Listen, I know your stance on Altera, but I just hope you're happy your sis is happy. I sure hope my sis is happy. I can't wait till we talk again. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Can you watch my Augie while I'm away? I need someone I can trust to look after my best little potato. Oh, potato, listen. I tried, but that name is just not sticking. He's my little extrabite. I'll leave the starchy tubers nicknames to you. Anyway, if you say yes, thanks, baby sis. Love you. 4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin. Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Altera is not, as you put it, alterizing me. Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penguins. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone. I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you. 4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin. Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Altera is not, as you put it, alterizing me. Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penguins. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone. I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you. Hey, Robin. I got your Augie photo. Thanks so much for taking care of him, even though he's a cranky Hey, the nickname actually fits that way. A cranky potato. I know he can be a handful, but I really appreciate it. I'm a bit worried about my other baby, the mission. One of my penguins found something big. But Altera is just like, nothing to see here. Honestly, kinda glad you can't answer so you can't, rub it in my face. Go ahead, bask in the fact that you were a little bit right about them. My project is on the line. My job, my safety. I heard about XenoWorks getting bought. I'm sorry. But at least you still have your job. Guess you're one of us now. Like it or not. Welcome to the Altera family. I should probably go before I say something I regret. Love you. Keep your chin up. Eye on the alien prize. Hey, Robin. I'm sorry my last message was so awful. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm not sure what's going on with anything. I can't really talk about it either. Oh, And I'm definitely not dating anyone on this water planet. Don't know what I was thinking there. Have I told you how cold it is here? Get this, I can't even get my wash and go dry before the wind freezes the moisturizer in my hair. Wild, right? Well, anyway, I'm sure you're mad at me after what I said, but I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you. I'm sorry. Hey, Robin, I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen. You were completely right about Altera, okay? You were right. I was wrong. And the cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen Leviathan that's infected with Kara. Altera thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly, dangerous, but profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
I want to offer my sincerest condolences on the passing of your sister. I got to know Sam better towards the end of my mandate with Altera on 4546B, when we were thrown together as basemates at Outpost Zero. She spoke often and fondly of you. I thought you should know, it didn't sit right with me when Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. The Samantha Ayu I met was many things. Kind, clever, devoted to her work, but never negligent. I wish I could offer you something more substantial, but my access to information has been cut off. You may be in a better position to look into things than I am. If you're able to, Delta Station was our HQ. They were in a big hurry to leave, and there might still be information to be found there. It has a big radio tower, impossible to miss. I hope you find the answers you seek. Lillian Bench.
I don't think I have a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little nervous. Okay, terrified. But this thing is a death sentence. We shouldn't be messing around with it. I'm no biologist, I know. So does everyone else here. I haven't spoken to Danny since we fought about it. Zeta said she'd handle it and then didn't. Lil practically begged me to drop it. This is completely beyond the scope of your work. You have to stop before you jeopardize your standing with the company. I don't want good standing with a transgov that would do this. Robin tried to warn me. Maybe she was right, and Altera really is unfixable. Maybe I deserve better than this. We all do. I've synthesized the antibacterial agent. I know my biochem at least well enough to do that much. I've stashed some away in one of the Pengling research caves, southeast of the Leviathan. That was probably the easy part. Now I just have to carry out the plan. Focus, be brave, worry about what happens next after the threat is neutralized. They're going to know it was me. If they send me home, when they send me home, where the ice isn't 20 feet thick, I can get my Augie bun back. We can cuddle under a nice warm blanket. Things with Robin will thaw out. They always do. Besides, I think she'll respect this. And then, maybe I'll start my own research outfit with an awesome team. I'd love to work on prosthetics again. Help people find peace and ease in their bodies. No more cold. No more spying. Nothing that can be misused. All right. Now's my time. I've got this.
But I'm actually going to speak a little bit beyond what the recordings actually say here. When you find the area that has this last message, you actually find it in tatters. You find that it's been dilapidated, that things are kind of destroyed, and the area is literally exploded. Whatever she tried to do to cure the coronavirus in this dead Leviathan, they ended up exploding the cave and she died in this explosion. That being said, we also get the point of view from Margaret that she took down this original Leviathan, which I'm not sure how the coronavirus that they talk about all the way through the first game, didn't spread to Margaret. I looked up some information, and it doesn't seem like the community is real solid on the storyline here either. They have some of the same concerns that I had with the end storyline of the game, with things not being explained very well. Um, we don't know officially if Alan brought home a cure to the coronavirus to his people, if they are still alive, which we never even saw a result of if they are. But with more perspective on Sam's story, we know for sure that when she went to protect everybody and end the Leviathan that was carrying the coronavirus officially so the virus wouldn't spread further, that an explosion happened. We also know that the original release of the coronavirus was because Alan and his people tried to experiment on sea emperors, and their containment facility wasn't able to officially hold these giant sea emperor leviathans. They didn't get to the point where they had babies artificially assimilated, because the babies would have produced the enzyme that was the cure to the coronavirus, as we saw in Subnautica number 1. I do understand a lot more than what I did, but obviously there's still a lot of questions in this series. If you know about the game and want to comment, I'd appreciate knowing any information that you picked up down below. I am going to continue to kind of comb through this game a little bit after I finished it, and if I find anything major, I'll make sure to do an update video and let you guys know. But this is just kind of my short overview of after I've taken a few days, come back to it with a more level head. I feel like I did enjoy this experience. I was just originally irritated with the fact that things aren't said outright with the way that things ended for people like Sam, and if Alan's people were still alive. I still have a little bit of irritation, but the overall story arc and gameplay were good, and I want to keep the impression of that Subnautica is a good game in my mind. Hopefully, we'll get some answers when Subnautica 3 comes out, but I do know that the developers are working on a different project in between Subnautica 2 and Subnautica 3. I'm not sure what that project will look like. It's very tight-lipped, it seems, right now. I did try to find some information on that, and unfortunately, I don't have it for you. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and end things here. Thank you so much for watching if you did. This has been my video on what happened to our sister, Sam, in Subnautica Below Zero.